fly fishing. I never thought I'd pick up a fly rod and tie flies to catch fish. Last year in March 2024, I did just that. I suppose as we grow older, we change. Growing up watching for the float to dip under would excite me. The sound of screaming reels remain an echo, with deep swooshes of carp reaching the surface. Personally, size doesn't matter. I've never been a specimen hunter. I simply find pleasure in just fishing. Fishing for carp became boring, plus lugging all the gear became more of a chore. I guess my fishing was missing something. A new sense of adventure was needed, and what better way than to pick up a fly rod and begin exploring my local river. The Afon Llwyd, a formidable South Wales river, translating to English as the Grey River, also known as the Tall Vine, meaning the breaker of stones. During its winter surges, it's easy to see how this river acquired its nickname. The fierce freestone river cascades for 13 miles from its source northwest of Afon. As the river flows down through Abersucken, Pont Newydd, Pontypool, Cwmbran and Llanfracfa, a path of destruction of uprooted trees, churned out riverbanks, and piles of debris are left behind in its wake, before joining the River Usk, subsequently flowing into the Bristol Channel south of Newport. During the 1980s, huge efforts were made to improve the water quality in fish stocks due to heavy pollution from industry, mine discharge and fly tipping. In late 2011, it was claimed the Afon Llwyd was in its cleanest state since medieval times, and that's all thanks to the Environment Agency Wales. As I set off on foot along the muddy paths of the riverbank, not really knowing what I was doing, or where I'd likely find fish. My destination was a spot I previously caught a few brown trout on a stick float, size 14 hook, on my favourite fishing bait, a worm. Give this a go for now, and see what happens. But absolutely nothing happened, so I moved upstream, tied on a dragon-winged mayfly and cast to a fish I saw rising. Finally caught my first brown trout on a real dry fly. I was so happy.
Right in the side of the mark there we turn.
A few sessions went by, only catching 1 or 2 small brown trout per session, but I was happy again.
Yes, there he is.
My fishing flame had been reignited. I was exploring the Afon Llwyd, chasing flies down the riverbanks trying to identify them, and watching the trout rise.
But there is a fish feeding on the surface. He's taking loads of flies off the top.
So yet again I tied on a dragon-winged mayfly and I went for it. beautiful 2-pound trout graced the net. Although I was enjoying my fishing again, I was finding difficulty catching more than the 1 or 2 fish each session. That's where this man comes into the picture. Meet Nath. He's my equivalent to Harry Potter's Dumbledore, a wizard with a 10-foot 3-weight wand, offering me help and guidance to show me a different way, a way that I could potentially catch more fish.
Yeah, another one.
That day I was introduced to Rhymney, trout habitat and watercraft.
Yeah. I only had to lift, like you say, just to keep the tension on.
Exactly. You still on?
Yeah, he's still on.
I caught more fish today than I'd caught in all my previous sessions.
It's a banging fish, that
What's that? Lush.
Not bad fish, is it, for this river, really?
No, you catch these all day. Beauty.
I had many more productive solo sessions after meeting Nath, with lots more fish to the net. I managed to get some great underwater footage too. So thanks to Nath and this new style of fishing, I began to feel like I could fly. September the 30th saw the close of the trout season. I strangely felt kind of sad about this. I turned my attention to grading for the winter. I knew nothing about grading, and after 2 failed attempts alone, I ended up taking Nath with me.
In that field.
On this day I put 5 grading in the net, but something just didn't feel the same.
Oh yes, Nathan's got a fish on there.
Of course, I was happy to be catching fish, although I didn't get the same buzz as I did with the trout.
Oh, finally. Yeah. Okay.
Might be able to
Get him. Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, he's up. Bit smaller than the bigger ones from
I
today.
do like a grading, and I enjoy catching them. But for me, it's just something about the brown trout